Hello, everybody. How's it going? Buenos dias, Roxy Miguel. Thanks you for the raid. Thanks you for the raid. Thank you for the raid, Roxy Miguel. Hi, the yoke's on you. Amanovic. Eon the IT guy. How's it going, everybody? This is your favorite song ever? I feel like I hear that a lot these days. I've heard several people say something along those lines. I'm glad to be bumping your favorite tunes. Maybe in another life I was a DJ. Maybe in this life I'll be a DJ. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Everybody have a good weekend. A good Monday. Hey, Blue Tulip with a yeah gummy bear? What is that? Alright, I got new clicky clacky keys on my keyboard. Well, it's a new keyboard. My old keyboard was still mostly working, but sometimes the S key would just not type. Which is bad enough when you're trying to type words. Especially when a lot of those words begin with S, like Sandbox. But then it was even worse because I play games, and sometimes I need to walk backwards in those games. And if your S key is not working, you feel like you're stuck on something, and it feels weird. And then you realize, then you just slam the key a few more times, and then you go backwards. Hey, Bello from Twitter. How's it going? DJ the Wizzy Hat. I guess there could be a wizard, a DJ wizard. DJ Wizzy. DJ the Mage. Something like that. And yes, we are streaming, restreaming to Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter all at the same time. So you can view on whatever platform you prefer. However, we got cooler stuff on Twitch, I will say. We got more going on there. You can unlock stuff with your viewer points. We call them sandcastles. And you know what? I forgot to check to make sure that that was all ready to go, because we change up what's available for the different shows, and I forgot to check what's currently up there. What's happening to my music? Why are you buffering? You shouldn't need to buffer. I've got gigabit. Why is it buffering? Make it make sense. Alright, there it goes. View rewards. Channel points. Text-to-speech is now on. So if you want to grab my attention, if I'm not looking at the chat for a moment, and you want to be like,
hey, listen,
like that, you can. Roxy Miguel, save work. Roxy, you're gonna have to wait because I haven't made any changes yet. I will save, just not right this second. Hey, Waladin Ekin over on Twitter. How's it going? Welcome to the show. Alright, Senpai Alex is also on now. If you want to interrupt what I'm working on and make me break down some sort of mechanic, you can probably do that just by typing in the chat. But I might ask you to redeem a Senpai Alex, because sometimes we're in the middle of something. But I will drop what I'm doing to break it down otherwise. Alright. All the items are set up now. We can go ahead and get back to building. Alright. Prismatic Wizzy shiny enough to be a disco ball. That is true indeed. It is a very shiny hat. Dare I say, the shiniest. It's pretty shiny. Alright. Now, last time, we were starting to build out this island that I've worked on before, but we're doing more with it now. So, we made this new dock area. We were starting to work on a quest for these ghosts. We want to reunite these ghosts so they can find each other in the afterlife. Because right now they're sad and lonely. So we got all of our decorations going on here. Oh, this rock is floating. Does C work underwater? It does. So you press the C key, and it's going to drop things down to the nearest hard surface, both assets and blocks, and it works through water. So you can't drop something to the surface of water. It will drop to the surface under the water. At least, I think that's the case. If you're above the water, will it still drop to the water? Nope, it just goes all the way down. Sinks it to the bottom. Which is nice, though. I like that, the way that works. Alright. What's this logic here? Event spawner, logic asset. What is this for? Egg. Oh, this is for our Easter egg hunt. Did we keep that bunny around? I guess we can leave. It's not an Easter experience anymore. But I guess we can...
We now need a play button for the sound library.
A play button for the sound library? You mean for the music? To, like, play specific tracks? Roxy Miguel says, can I add a game for the next game raid? Is one that is already played here, but we made a lot of new updates in the last weeks. Yeah, there are 5 different sounds now. Oh, you mean for in the sound component? You want to play the Sandbox sounds on Twitch? I think that would be fine. We could probably make... I'd have to talk to Panda. There's a lot of setup to, like, get 500 sounds on there. It'd also be a giant menu. It would be cool if you could do a random sound. Just, like, press a button and it plays one of, like, 20 different sounds. I'm sure somebody's got something like that. We'll see if we can figure out a way to set that up. So yeah, you can absolutely add a game to our list. Just let me know in the chat, and I will pull it up and add it to my playlist. I'd also recommend, if you're building experiences, go show them on the Wizzyverse Discord. You know, I'm trying to get a little more active in there, and we could definitely talk about people's experiences in the Discord channels there. Also, I'm gonna let you hold on that thought. How crunchy is that keyboard on the mic? I have no idea. Alright. We were going to do a giveaway Saturday, and we forgot. And I said we would do it today.
To the game raid list, Galactic Clash, the more clash and more galactic game.
The more clash and more galactic game. Alright. Galactic Clash. Okay, I remember this one. It was the 3v3. Alright, it is added to my list. We will try that out tomorrow. Alright, so I said that there'd be a giveaway today. Because we didn't do it Saturday. And I need to get that ready. Let's see. Gotta get this form set up. You guys want to do a giveaway like right now? Or do you want to wait? Because I can do one right now. Right meow. All right. So. All right. So I was talking to Panda just now, and we're giving away the duck buoy. We're giving away the duck buoy, and we have a bunch of them to give away. And a lot of you viewers, you wonderful, wonderful people, already have avatars, which means you've already got the duck buoy. So Panda said I should give away 5. Not a duck avatar. You have avatars, which means you got the duck buoy in your claims. So if you have not already gotten a duck buoy, go ahead and enter this giveaway that I'm making right now. If you have gotten one, and I say your name is the winner, Panda's gonna check. Panda's gonna see if you've got one already or not. So don't do that. Don't make more work for her. All right. Let's see. Today is the 13th of August. The weird thing with this keyboard is it's a short style keyboard, so I don't have an actual number pad, and I keep on muscle memory reaching for the number keys. They're not there. And I actually have to look at the keyboard because I don't have a feel for where they are across the top of the keyboard. Audio preview is planned for upcoming updates. Wait. Oh, is that you were... I thought you meant on Twitch. You wanted people to use points to redeem the sound on Twitch. A play button for the sound library. Okay. Roxy, when you said that, I thought you were talking about with Twitch points. Yes, I understand what you mean. We do need it in the Game Maker. That would be ideal. Didn't there used to be one? I feel like you used to be able to test it out. The sound component has one, but that's the audio stream. That butt is hanging in the air. But oh yeah, there's a bunch of apartment, beach, casino. These are all ambients. Some of these are already here. Cave, city, clouds, desert, forest, harbor, industrial, lava, nature, office, rain, restaurant, sci-fi, store, swamp, village. We got our event objective complete, loss received, treasure found, generic button, generic coin, generic door closed, generic door open, generic equip, generic pop, generic flip, generic sign, generic slide. Music, abandoned roads, across worlds. Abandoned roads, what does that sound like? Cool. Some music we had before. Fairy Realm. It sounds like Hook. It reminds me of Hook. Y'all know I love Hook. One of the greatest movies ever made. No matter what the critics say. Library, alarm, ring. Oh, SFX library. These must be a lot of the new ones. Alarm ring detection. Door latch open, camel grunt, camera click, cannon blast. Nice. Ceiling fan. To me, that sounds like just a regular fan. That's way louder than my ceiling fan. Car trunk open squeak. Nice. We're only on page 3. Exotic bird. Boxing ring. Alright, there's a ton of sound effects. So basically, we have to go and add sound effects to everything now. Confetti fountain. Is that what that sound is? Not Jackie Chan says, Rufio! That's right. It would be nice to check it in the tab. But at least it's only like 2 clicks. It's not like it's a whole bunch of clicks. Put in window. I mean, I kind of just want to like sit and listen to all of these just to absorb what they all sound like.
Sounds like confetti for me.
I guess it just sounds kind of like papers moving. Like it could be like a lot of different kinds of machinery. You got to think of a lot of these from like the point of view of like Foley, which is the practice of making sound effects. Is that a play button in the upper right hand corner? That's how we play the game. Oh, this thing? That's the... Technically, that's a select. So, it's funny. Actually, that button doesn't do anything anymore. Because it used to be... Well, I guess it lets you back out. So if you click there, it clicks you back out. It used to be that you would click on the thing and then you'd click that button. But now when you click the thing, it automatically closes it. So you used to like select. I think you would click here. If I remember correctly, you would click here, it would play the sound, and then you'd click to select. I think that's how it used to work. And this is just, you know, what happens as a product evolves, is buttons become obsolete and they get traded out for other things. But that button, it should either be like a back button or an X, because right now it doesn't do anything unless you don't click something, because even if you click none, it'll there's no point to it anymore. Smoke joy. Oh. That was more than just smoking. That was also the effect of what happens afterwards. Collect bottles small. It's very specific. Oh. That's a very, like, JRPG sound. That sounds It's funny. That sounds smaller to me because it's higher pitched. Collect bottle small 1 sounds bigger than collect bottle to me. Collect box. Nice. I like nice and crunchy sound. Collect chicken. Alt F4 does the same as that button. I don't believe you. Alright, I said we were doing a giveaway. DSP stream giveaway. There is a link going in the chat right now, and I'm going to share it over to Twitter as well. It's warming up in here. I'm going to have to turn my AC up. It started off nice and cool today, but it's the middle of the day and it's getting a little toasty. Hey, Sergey. I saw you in the chat earlier, but I also see you commenting on the tweet. So excited to see this collaboration. Kamisaze is a voxel wizard. Can't wait to explore your creation. Thank you. You're very kind. Crynet says this is the content we need. Can't wait to see the process, share some behind the scenes. Yeah, I haven't even started building anything yet. I feel bad. Some really nice friendly comments, and they've seen me do jack all but talk to you. Which, I mean, you know we like talking. Let's see, Duck Boy giveaway. Closes in 15 minutes. Reply. Hey Siri, set a timer for 15 minutes. That way I don't forget. Hey, last year trier, how's it going? You need permission? What? I didn't enable it? One second. Settings, responses. I don't know, it should be... What do you mean you need permission? It should be good to go. It's not limited. The thing that says it's restricted is
you
not
need permission.
turned on. Yeah, no, I hear you. But I'm looking at the settings and it says that you're allowed. There's a little toggle that says restrict to users in Sandbox.game and its trusted organizations, and that's turned off right now. So I'm not sure why. Hold on a second. I don't know why it's being weird. Let me try using a different account and see if it still does that. It's not saying it's restricted for me when I use a different email address. Or maybe, oh, I can switch account from here. Let's try this one. Yeah, it doesn't. It's not saying that for me. Try clicking the link again or refreshing. Nothing yet. Panda, help! Try resharing the link. Okay. I didn't change anything since I shared the link. Okay, yeah, that is a different link. Try that. I don't know why it's a different link. It's still doing it? I'm literally staring at the setting that says restrict to users and it's turned off. Maybe turn it on and turn it back off again. I'm reading through every single setting. Reinstalling Windows. I don't know, maybe Panda can figure it out for me. It's not like this is the first time I've done this. I know it's been a little while, but... like, I think I can show you... I can literally show you the setting. Right here. Restrict to users in Sandbox Game. It's off. I don't know why. I don't know why it's doing that. Like... that's the one thing, and I've done it before. I've had to turn that off because by default it was like, oh, this is a problem, and I've turned it off before, but it was already off on this one. So I think Google is having an issue. There's literally no other settings I can change. You know, I'm just gonna make a copy of it. I already did that last year, try. I already turned it off and turned it back on, or turned it on and turned it back off again, and it's still having the issue. Restrict users, okay. That's off. Copy. Give this one a try. Hey, it's the exact same form, except I duplicated the document instead. Okay. I guess we're just not gonna do it that way. Check out the cartridge and blow along the chip. I guess. Let me. I'll just make it with a different Google account. How about that? We're just gonna make a new form from scratch. Yay. Okay, here's, you know, I actually have a template of this one made with a different account. Okay, we're gonna make a copy. August, was it 13th? 13th, giveaway form. Love the dedication to giving us gifts, always. That's what it's all about. Da, da, da. I can tell that Lucas made this form. Or, you know, I might have made this, but it feels like something Lucas would write. Ba-ba-ba-bum. There are trick questions in here, so pay attention. I think I wrote this one. Now see my true form. Yes. Alright. I think maybe there was like some security settings change for Sandbox files to prevent me sharing that maybe. But, I mean, the option was turned off, so... How's this work? Does that one work? Hey Siri, stop the timer. Is it working? There's no responses, so I assume people are filling it out. Yay! It's alright, Panda. I just ended up making a new one. It's working now. Yeah, because I made it with a different account. So the setting for the Sandbox one is the same setup we've always used, and I don't know, for some reason it's not working. We'll talk about it later. But I used my regular Gmail account. And let me put that over on Twitter again.
It's alive.
It's alive! Alright. Hey Siri, set a timer for 15 minutes. I do. It's my new keyboard, Panda. It's my old one. This is my old one, and you can see I have crystal balls, Lego crystal balls. They fully light up when you plug it in. I don't have anything to plug it into. I'm out of USB ports on the front of my computer. Okay, I don't need that plugged in. So, does it light up? Why is it lighting up? Well, it did look cool. So this whole keycap is clear, and it's got a Lego stud thing on top, so I put the crystal ball in, and it makes the whole thing light up. And then I had these old, from the 90s, space robot mech sets. These pieces for my enter key, my arrow keys, and then, oh yeah, Robo Riders, that's what they were called. And then little Robo chips and flux capacitors on my insert and scroll lock keys, which I never use. So I like this setup. It was fun, and the most satisfying thing was my volume control. It was satisfying until I got my... Oh, great, they're mowing my lawn right now. It's gonna be noisy. It was really satisfying to use that scroll bar until I started using a mixer, and then it became kind of redundant because I had a different knob that I could turn to change my volume. So, but the S key stopped working on that. I've had various issues with that keyboard. I've been using it for over a year, and in general I like it. It was pretty cheap on Amazon. It had a nice satisfying click to it, but not as loud as this. But then when we were at GDC, I I was at a competing Metaverse's booth, and they did a raffle giveaway, and I won a Razer keyboard, which is very nice. It's Bluetooth wireless. I leave it plugged in so it's charged, and I just switched over to this yesterday, and I'm really not liking the lack of a number pad. But it is a nice keyboard. It's just been sitting in the box this whole time because I was satisfied with my other keyboard, and I didn't like the idea of not having a number pad. But I'll get used to it. It's still a little bit weird. And it is smaller, which leaves more room for my mouse to move around. So it's kind of nice. Alright. So that giveaway's going. It's also very, very clicky-clacky. It's a Razer keyboard, and it's super duper clicky. I don't know what... The keys all have, like, you know, the color names and stuff. I have no idea what's actually in there. The box is somewhere else. Alright. So, we're supposed to be building a game. We're 45 minutes in, and I haven't built anything yet. Let's get building. Alright, so I think Sea Dog Alex here is going to give us our quest. What are all these? Natural rocks. We do want to do some organization too. So let's rename this. Did that clear my selection? That's annoying. That selected everything in the map. Did it not put it in the folder? Why is this being pesky? But they're all selected, but... Is it because there's ones that are already in the selection? Is that the reason it wouldn't sort into the folder? That's silly. What? It just unselected everything. Why don't you want to go in the folder? Go in the folder. The music is having trouble today. Keeps buffering and stuff. Why are you having such a hard time? Hey, Pickaxe Master, how's it going? And Mosquito, welcome back. To use arrow keys, you have to press the function button added on the keyboard and hold W for 5 seconds, so it basically takes 10 seconds to use arrows and go back to typing. What? Oh, you have a ghost keyboard with no number pad. I missed that first part. So this at least has arrow keys. It's got Control and Alt on left and right sides. It's got Shift on both sides. It's got page up, page down, insert and delete. And it has the arrow keys, and then all your normal keys, your backspace, your escape. Okay, so the thing that I don't like, it doesn't have a function row. So I have to hold the function button if I want to use any of the F keys, and if I want to use tilde. So if I want to type tilde, which or the little swoosh thing, I do that a good bit. I have to hold the function key, which is kind of annoying. Function controls a bunch of other things like the media keys and stuff. So I mean, I'll see. I have a second one of the keyboard that I showed first, the full-sized keyboard. I have another one of those in a box, so if I just get fed up with this one, I can switch back over. This one would be good if I was like just doing typing, like text typing, like writing something. It's, you know, compact and non-distracting, and satisfying, clicky. But for like coding stuff, I'm not sure I like it much without the number keys and all the other functions. All right, did these actually move into that folder now? Yay! The music skipping's getting really annoying. Maybe if I 144p. Let's try that. Alright, what's all these logic assets for? We should name these things. So this starts a crowd event. For the crab. Oh, this is an egg spawner. Is it? What is this? Event start. Preset. Oh. Egg spawner. Music is still skipping. there were a lot more egg spawners than I remember there being. These are all egg spawners. Hey, play game for fun. How's it going? And does Mustang. Computer keyboards are the definition of unintuitive. Aliens would see them and be like, WTF is that thing? Or that thing's confusing. I don't know, you get used to them. There are reasons the way it is, and some of those reasons have gone away. And there are other options to keyboards. Like, there are dozens of different sorts of designs and, like, different sorts of ergonomics and stuff. So you have choices that might make more sense to you. But to somebody who's used to using a regular keyboard, they see your more sensible option might go like, how do I use that? Ugh. Hey Garnigan, how's it going? Alright. Does anybody else just find it satisfying to organize things? Oh my god, that's loud. Oh! Sorry. I didn't realize how loud that was going to be. My ringer was all the way up. Hey, guess what? Time to close the giveaway. Alright. No longer accepting responses. Let's see who our winners are. Keyboards are like a creature that has evolved with some vestigial organs. Play Game for Fun says, wait! Do we have stragglers? It's okay, we're going to be doing different giveaways. Play Game for Fun, do you already have a duck buoy? I feel like you probably should have one. The monthly you have. Alright. Let's see if anybody doesn't have it. So far, everybody that entered the giveaway has already got it. Let's see. It didn't say on the form what it was going to be. I just said it out loud. So if you weren't here when I said that, it's all right. Panda said she'd check, but I'm checking it. Oh, looks like we got one person. Roxy Miguel wins one. Congratulations, Roxy Miguel. Hey, Kang, over on Twitter. How's it going? You have only an orange and a purple. Well, for hats, we are giving away orange still on the stream, but if you join the Wizzyverse Discord, if you're not there already, we're giving away black ones. That's the only place you can win a black one, pretty much. I think we may have given away one on stream before, but really they're giveaways for the Discord. Oh, we might have a second. Let's see. Nope. So Roxy Miguel is our only winner of a duck buoy today. All right. Too many of you. I mean, it's not a bad thing. Too many of y'all already have the duck buoy. That's a good thing. It means you have avatars. You have all the perks. But now Roxy Miguel can join the pool party. I'm going to send this over to Panda. When can you enter on Discord? So on the Wizzyverse Discord, which I'll share in the chat, it's discord.gg/Wizzyverse. There is a channel for joining Collabland. Collabland is a popular tool for connecting your wallet to a Discord server. I've never had any problems with Collabland. You know, do your own research. If you feel comfortable connecting your wallet to it or not, it's up to you. I don't have any problems connecting my wallet to Collabland. I've never had any issues with them, and I don't know of any issues that other people have had with Collabland. So, but you need to do that part, and that will give you access to the special Wizzy item holder channels, including a giveaway channel. And there is a weekly giveaway on there. Did I set up the weekly to go live yet? I have to refresh it every Saturday, and I don't remember if I did it or not. Giveaways. Nope, I did not. So that will go live in just a second. End of giveaways. Alright, so the next giveaway will end on Saturday. They always end on Saturday at noon. And they're currently for Wiz the Black's Armored Hat. And you can enter once per day. So Ideally it's up for 7 days, but some days I forget, and then I make it go live on Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever. But every single day that it's up, you can join once every 24 hours, and that's more entries for you to be in. All right. Alrighty. Back to building. Anyway, I find it really zen to just be organizing these things. It's honestly something that I just enjoy. Is just finding all the things. Whoa. What's going on here? Just right there. It just doesn't like it. It's a little bouncy. What are all these poles for? Part of the house. There are a lot of them. Woo! Alright, what are all these VFX for? Lights? We'll just make lights and effects. Why is it not grabbing the whole set? Dump the whole thing in there. Thank you. I just realized some of the palm trees, to make them taller, were stacked up on top of other palm trees. Alright, we got our treasure quest. So our skeletons, shovels, sad ghost, those are all going to be part of the treasure quest. I'm not sure what it's going to be yet. We should have a mermaid quest also. Where's the mermaid? Blue mermaid. Did she get put in a folder accidentally? Ah, there she is. Hey, Extreme Arcader, how's it going? What's this logic asset? This is play sound. Oh, the chicken sound. We were just seeing what sound effects we had. Did we have music over here? Extreme Arcader says, what do we unlock with Senpai Alex with 1500 channel points? So that allows you to totally derail anything I'm doing to deep dive into whatever your question is. So if you are having a bug in your experience and you want me to launch it in the game client and see what's happening and see if I can figure out what it is, I'll do that. If you want to know everything there is to know about moving platforms or an NPC or something like that, I will info dump everything I know. So if you have like an urgent question, you need to know as much as you can get out of me. I'll do that. I don't think we need that anymore. I'm pretty sure the clap for the crab is just a crowd event to get a trail. It completed automatically. We got a lot of different sounds going on there. Oh, the radio does have music on it. This will come in handy. I hope so. That's why it's there. And I think brew potion. I got so used to my automatically opening doors in other experiences that I made that actually having to interact with the door, I was like, what? What do I do? What do you mean I have to work? I think I just have to stand here and wait. So we'll do crowd events. And the crab and the workbench will both be part of that. The radio should also be part of that. You know, I think they fixed the weird Doppler thing. I wonder when that got better. Because I just wasn't using 3D sound for music. It does switch stereo positions, but it doesn't distort anymore. Which is good. Yay! It means that I'm not worried about it anymore. I used to like never ever put music as a 3D sound because it just sounds so bad. But it's okay now. Yeah, that's pleasant. So it's kind of weird is that it stereo shifts based on your avatar's ear position, not your actual camera position. So like I would expect to hear it from the position of the camera. To go like, oh, I'm hearing it in my left ear, or I'm hearing it in my right ear. But now I can switch it by changing this. And this does nothing. Interesting. Good to know. Alright, what do we got left here? Radio, I'm gonna make a radios folder. Alright, the concrete floor tile is a message to spawn the treasure. Post-processing asset. Wait, what? That is a lighting effect. All right, our ancient lever. This is what... Well, apparently it does nothing now. Oh, no, I just wasn't clicked on it. This is what changes the lighting. So we'll do that under lights and effects. You like that it goes by the player ear, you can guide players with the sound. collect component sound is automatically 3D and I hate it. So you could so to address two things. So not Jackie Chan, you said that you like that it goes by the player ear. So I like that it's stereo, but I wish that it was to the camera ear because I feel like a lot of players won't hear the directional sound and think, oh, it's because of the way my player's facing. They'll think it's because of the way they are facing. So if they hear something on the right, they're automatically going to go, whoop. And if they hear something on the left, they're going to go, even if their player's facing this way. I feel like that's the case. I don't know that empirically, but I feel like most games I've played base the directional audio off of the camera and the player's ear more so than the player's orientation. As for the sound component, or a collectible having an audio component, instead of using a collect sound here, you can use the message on collect and have that play in audio. So you could attach another thing to it. The reason why it would be 3D sound, at least in a multiplayer sense, is that you don't want all players hearing the audio anywhere on the map. You want to make sure that only the player who's right there picking it up can hear it. I think people start figuring out when you start rotating the camera. I mean, eventually they might. I feel like that is maybe giving a little bit too much credit to people's observational skills. You'd be surprised what people don't observe. I mean, even I'm guilty of it myself, playing a game and being like, "Oh, what was this thing?" And it's like it explains it right there. Like, it's not that complicated. I like the new look of the water, but I do feel like sometimes it's harder to see the edges of it because the way it fades. It can be harder to get a sense of depth for what exactly you're looking at. Why did his have a plant message on it? Crowd event, Easter egg hunt. All right, let's save. Watching someone sculpt with water blocks is always a little nerve-wracking. Did you leave any air pockets? Yeah. No, I'm really OCD about it. I don't think I actually have OCD, but sometimes I feel like I might a little bit. I don't think it's bad enough to get a diagnosis, but I do get really picky about it. All right, so that's saved. Let's start bringing these boats all together. Now, some of them we already had. Wait, what's this? Concrete floor tile, weather fade. What is this doing here? This was related to that. I don't think it needs to be visible. Or have permission. This can go in lights and effects. Alright, so we had a 0.2 move offset, 0 duration, and a 0.1 speed. So I think we should copy that for all of these. Why is this show moving so far backwards? I don't think that's the direction it's moving in. It's not. Why is the show moving like that? It's weird. It's weird. Alright. And then it has a height. .01. So we just gotta make these all The sports yachts, I might need to change the height on, but at least they'll all be at the same height to start with. Oh, no, don't move the rabbit's ship. Wait. Why are they all wrong now? I thought I was copying the value from this one. 40.23. Did I just change all of them when they didn't need to be? Dang, damn it. Where did I get that 42 from? Making changes to the Wizzy Island. Yeah, the GDC retreat is no longer GDC focused. It is going to have its own little treasure quest. We made a little scene down here with some skeletons looking for treasure, and their ghosts. They want to be reunited. They're very sad. So once we get all these boats positioned, that's going to be what we're working on for the rest of the afternoon. Not Jackie Chan says, definitely on the spectrum, says I'm, meaning him, is on the spectrum somewhere. Relate to a lot of OCD type stuff. Yeah, I'm 100% ADHD, have actually been diagnosed, I'm actually medicated. Still figuring out the different ways to deal with it. I have 3 siblings, and 2 of them have also been diagnosed as adults. Our parents didn't believe in ADHD. And now our parents do believe in ADHD, now that we've had multiple doctors all separately, independently gone, you know, you seem like you have ADHD. And we've all convinced our dad and convinced our mom that our dad has ADHD, because we can tell. And just, he came up with pretty decent coping mechanisms for himself through being in the Navy and having to do professional work. It just, just grit his teeth and went through it, not knowing what it was. And also drinking a pot of coffee a day, which caffeine, stimulants, you would think with something like ADHD, stimulants would be a bad thing, but stimulants actually have a soothing effect. And it varies from person to person. Everybody has a different way of their body handling these things, their brains handling these things. But what I've heard a lot of doctors say is that ADHD is because your brain's dopamine, your brain can either be like dopamine resistant, or you're not producing enough dopamine. But whatever the case is, your brain is not getting its dopamine in the level where it is satisfied and can focus on something. And that it has different causes and manifests in different ways. You drink coffee right before bed. Sometimes I do too, and it doesn't usually seem to have a negative effect. So typically, at least what I've observed in myself and what's made sense for a lot of other people is that because your brain is like searching for this dopamine, and you want all those little shiny, flashy things that make your brain satisfied, like video games and stuff. A stimulant like coffee will satisfy that need. It will stimulate the brain and give it that dopamine that it needs to put it in the band where you can just your brain goes, oh, I have what I'm looking for, I can focus now, and not necessarily like focus really hard on something, but just be calm, instead of brain constantly trying to jump to new things, trying to like get that satisfy that impulsive urge. So a lot of times coffee is soothing or helps focus or even lets people go to sleep, because it satisfies that need in there. Whereas otherwise it might be, your brain might be trying to do stuff to like entertain itself, basically. So yeah, my dad drinking at least a pot of coffee every day for the past 45, 50 years, at least. Wait, no. Well, I don't know when he started drinking coffee. I imagine it was at least in the Navy. So like 40 years. Yep, I like G Fuel too. I mean, I've been drinking coffee regularly since I was 5 years old. I used to, mostly since I was 6. There was always a pot of coffee ready in the house. Dad would drink some of it before he'd leave for work. My mom would have some of it, and I would have some of it. So I've been a regular coffee drinker for close to 30 years. And I've switched to tea. I've done a bunch of energy drinks. Now I mostly drink coffee black. Trying to watch that sugar intake. G Fuel's nice because at least the ones that I have no sugar. That was probably the majority of my sugar intake was from coffee, so switching to black has actually been pretty good for me. All right. So now we got to get our movement on all these things. It's 0.2 and 0.1. Everything else is zeroed out. So I think if we just select all of these. Is it actually going to input those values? Yeah, but that's my own mental health thing. I didn't get diagnosed till I was about 30. And it was more just because as I worked from home, I was homeschooled, so like there wasn't a lot of structure. I mean, my parents were pretty structured with my education, but I constantly had somebody there, like my mom, to make sure that I was doing stuff. And then being, in the professional world, having jobs, I would, always have a structure there. But then as I started freelancing and working from home, and then working at the Sandbox and working from home, and just being totally self-reliant on my own structure, I was like, I should figure out what's going on with all this. All right, those boats are looking pretty good. Oh, I didn't check out these ones. Just want to make sure that it looks like they have a nice, pleasing up and down without them floating off the water or without the water leaking in underneath. They've got their own little bounce going on. G Fuel is basically my coffee. The hydration G Fuel doesn't taste as good, but has different stuff like zinc and magnesium and no caffeine. I mean, I did when my wife and I went on a cruise last year. Last year? Yeah, it was November last year. I brought along some hydration packets. So you have a shaker like used for G Fuel. But it's like a bunch of electrolytes. You put it in with water, just because it can be pretty hot and you're out in the sun a lot, and next thing you know, you're dehydrated. They did have, you could get water a lot of places, and it's just always a good idea. I think they do say they focus on hydration so much because they expect people to be drinking a lot. But some of the medication I'm on actually means that I shouldn't drink alcohol. Like it's not recommended. It's not like bad if you have a little bit, but for me it just gives me an upset stomach. So I'm like, eh. So I haven't been drinking too much, which is fine. I never did anyway, but now I extra don't. But I was very hydrated on the cruise. All right, let's see. We want to find spots for all these boats. I think the bigger ones can probably sit out further. Maybe we should have like a floating dock. Why'd the music stop? The music keeps on going on little fits. Would love to have a Discord channel for this topic. If we're talking about ADHD stuff, mental health stuff. I mean, there are lots of... I know I'm in several Discords that are like big groups of friends that have like gone past their groups of friends. So it's like friends of friends of friends. And, you know, there's a few hundred people in there. They oftentimes have, you know, like mental health support, stuff like that. So if you find the right friend group, you can chat about it. It's not something that I would necessarily want to discuss like in a totally open space. Tips and tricks. I mean, you know, the caveat that I'll always put on stuff is like, and I said it before when I was talking about how, you know, dopamine's affected. Everybody's different, right? Like, it's good to get tips and tricks, but everybody, you know, your results may vary. Do your own research. You know, talk to a doctor, talk to mental health professionals, and you know, your own doctor and stuff to get recommendations for you, because everybody's brain chemistry and body are going to respond differently to this kind of stuff. I was actually thinking of this music. I'm gonna have to turn this music off if it doesn't cut this out. I don't know why it's being such a pain. Let me reload the thing entirely. We're gonna, let's see, music, refresh. I'm just gonna start it from the beginning. Just refresh the whole thing. Maybe it'll be better. Nope. Is the stream having any issues? I need a sneeze. Alright, Restream says everything's working fine, so... yeah, I don't know why the music keeps on buffering and stuff, but maybe it'll get better. So tips and tricks. Yeah, you know, everybody's different, but I was thinking of making a thread of some tips and tricks that I have. And I'm by no means like, you know, I'm still learning what works for me. Like I said, I didn't get diagnosed till I was 30. And basically, before then, I was just self-medicated with caffeine. And I didn't even know it. It's like, I like this stuff. Give me more. And more. And more. What do you mean your heart's racing? I feel fine. Like, it's, you know, everybody's going to have a different reaction to it. So for me, some of the things that I do, I find checklists to be helpful. And something that my dad tried getting me into, which I appreciated, but I don't think worked too well for me, and I didn't know why for a long time, is he's always had a really organized planner. He uses a company called Franklin Covey, and they make really fancy planners with nice like cases, and it lets my dad kind of indulge in his fountain pen collection. and being able to like write down and plan out his day, and he gets very organized with his time. And I have always liked that, but it never worked for me when I was in high school. I would be good for like a day or two, or maybe even a whole week, and then the next week it would just all fall apart. And I didn't know why. And I think part of it was perfectionism, but also like a bit of shame. Even though nobody else is looking at my planner, it's just for me. I see how like messy my planner gets, and I go ooh, and I don't want to mess with it, and I put it off to the side. And then what would happen is my planner that my dad had gotten me that had all like the weeks and the days and the months all printed in it already. Um, the music just gave up on its own, I guess. Um, all right, I guess we're just not doing a music thing today. No music, just just talking. Um, the thing that would happen is that I would get embarrassed by all the blank pages, and I'd feel ashamed of all the blank pages, and they would get wasted because everything was pre-printed. So what I found that I really like is I get them from Dollar General, which is just a basically a glorified convenience store. There's like three of them in every town where I live, and I live within about a 45-second walk from one, and they have these planners there. They look like I didn't expect the green screen to pick it up. This is actually teal, but what it has is blank planners. So everything is just you circle the month, you write in the days, you write in the year, and I have used these so much more successfully than a pre-printed planner because if I miss a week, I don't keep missing weeks out of shame for it. Like it doesn't become an object of shame that I hide away of like, oh, I don't want to even look at that planner, look at all that wasted paper. If I miss a week, then I just start writing the next week. If I miss a day, it's fine. It's so much easier for me to use this because if I put it down and I have a bad week, or I have a week where I'm not as busy and I don't need to use it, it's fine. And then I just pick up where the next day is basically, and I've found this to be way more useful for me. So like, who cares that there's 2 week gaps between some of the pages or whatever? It's fine. And I don't get like embarrassed for nobody who's watching, just for myself, of all those blank pages, because there are no blank pages. I just go on to the next one. And so I've really liked using that. And then I also have a notebook that I fill up with checklists. I saw somebody give a tip of if you see something that will take only 5 minutes, just do it right away. And I want to say yes, that's good, but with a limit. So my problem is that I actually I don't get a lot of what's the word for when you don't want to do something, executive dysfunction. I don't get a lot of executive dysfunction on little 5 minute tasks. I actually really like doing the 5 minute tasks as my little dopamine boost because like, yeah, I get it done, I get it done, I get it done. Look at all these things I got done. Haha, shiny. Like, give me an achievement. I want for all these little things I got done. That is not as much of an issue for me as it is I get stuck doing those things and I never get onto the big thing. Because if Blue Tulip says 5 minutes is never 5 minutes. Well, I mean, some things take less than 5 minutes, right? Checking the mail takes me a minute, maybe a minute and a half for me to walk out to the mailbox, toss all the stuff, all the junk in the recycling bin, and hand out the letters and magazines to my various family members. It doesn't take that long. So I have no problem doing stuff like that. It's, those less than 5 minute tasks, I love doing them. But I get stuck doing those because there's so many less than 5 minute tasks. Even like if I keep up with washing the dishes, even washing the dishes is less than 5 minutes because it's just whatever bowl I just used. I just ate a meal, wash the thing right away. I don't have to wait. We don't have a dishwasher, so I have to hand wash everything. Um, but I'll get stuck on that. So it's like, don't do more than 30 minutes of less than 5-minute tasks before getting back to the big thing. So what I've had to start doing, and I think it's working, but this is like a new thing for the past like couple weeks. Let's see if it holds on. Is I'm budgeting 30 minutes of whatever the random 5-minute tasks are in my day, and then saying, okay, now get back to the big thing, because uh because like I said, I'll get stuck on those little tasks because there's a lot of them, whether it's checking messages. Sometimes that doesn't take very long, checking Slack, Discord, email. um Random little pickup things around the house. Like, that's all fine and good. That's all good stuff to do. But I will get stuck in a cycle of doing those. And then I've got a task that takes 300 hours. And I just go, oh, but I could do that and be done with this right away. Why do I want to do the thing that's going to take 300 hours? And that becomes the struggle for me. Is I get executive dysfunction on the 300-hour task because I've got all these little 5-minute tasks that I can do. So shove all that 5-minute task time into a little block. Be like, I'm going to spend 15 minutes or 30 minutes or even an hour as part of like this break for the day of, yeah, I'll vacuum and I'll pick up some stuff. I'll put some things away. I'll wash some dishes. I'll get a snack. Whatever. All the little things, kind of push them into one side, and then be like, okay, now we buckle down and we focus on the big thing. We budgeted time for that. Don't let the little tasks seep into that time for the big thing. Which is a lesson my parents tried teaching me when I was a kid, and I remember the lesson. It's like you put like plastic eggs in it, like big ones, in a jar, and then you fill it up with rice. And so it's like you get the big tasks in there first, and then the little tasks, instead of pouring in. If you put the rice in first, then all the eggs won't fit in the jar, right? So now I'm kind of doing like a mix, doing both things, because the little tasks still need to get done. If I only ever worked on the big tasks, the little tasks would never get done too, and the little tasks are still important. And more importantly for me, the little tasks are a big distraction. They are little things that nag at me. So the whole time I'm trying to work on something big, it's like, oh, this thing over here, it's only going to take 5 minutes. It's nagging me constantly. And it's like, okay, so budget some time. You take care of those little things, and then you get back to the big thing. And you can tackle the 5-minute tasks in order of urgency and priority. But you do need to get back to the big task. I need to get back to the big task. And I think it's helping. But I think self-observation is really critical when dealing with something like ADHD. Is you want to be paying attention to what you're doing, kind of taking note of what was working, what wasn't working, how you feel about those things. That's really what the having a therapist is about for that kind of stuff. I'm not currently seeing anybody for my ADHD, but I did see somebody for a little while and kind of helped with some of those strategies. PandaPops says, I found for bigger things, it's, you forgot what it's called, but it's the 20-minute, then 5 to 10 break. I found that super helpful for helping me focus on things if I'm struggling to focus on it. I've heard about that too. I've tried that. My struggle with a 20 minutes on a task and then a 5 to 10 minute break is I'm what I call a high inertia personality. When I get going on something, I can get going on it really hard and I can focus for a long time, but it takes me a few minutes to warm up to that. And anytime I interrupt that for something else, I lose all that inertia. I lose all that momentum. I don't lose the inertia. I lose the momentum. And then I have to build it back up again. So that's why this is a 4-hour stream, because even though like we have all these interruptions and we get off track and stuff, I'm still spending 4 hours on building. And if I spend only 2 hours on building, all this like chit chat that we do is more detrimental, because we do the same amount of chit chat for 2 hours as we do for 4 hours. Editing videos that I need to do for 15 to 20 minutes on timer to edit. Then I go wash up, try something for 5ish minutes, then go back to the test. Yeah. So like for me, the 15 to 20 minutes doing like a few 5-minute tasks um is good as long as my time back is more than 20 minutes. It needs to be at least an hour, maybe 3 or 4 hours, because the back and forth I lose time between all those things. And once I start doing the little things, if I get on a roll doing those little things, before I know it, I've already spent more time on the little things, and then I'm running out of time for the big thing. But like I said, this, everybody's different. Pomodoro, that's like the Japanese name for that, I think. All right. I'm missing the music. Hanging out with all you cool people is good therapy. Aw. I am not a professional therapist. I will caveat that. Everything I say is just based on my own personal experience. What would be cool is if we get the Game Maker music playing. Let's you know what? I should be able to open it up with like VLC or something. Da, 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 da. Then why have I been paying you? Panda. I didn't know the I didn't know you were paying me. Where to go? Those are busy with TikTok people though. Lawrence Hall, I'm not sure what you mean. The professionals? There's professional doctors who yeah, there's plenty of doctors out there who don't know or aren't involved with TikTok people. Um, the boats look great. Would not have considered them a sandbox asset. So I actually found out recently, just in the last stream that we were doing for this, that we actually know who designed these. These are made by I Am Nigul, who's one of our regular chatters here on the stream. I didn't realize that they were a sandbox artist, but they made these, and yeah, they look really good. That's why I collected all of them. As soon as I found out that there were more, I was like, I must have 100%. And then the docks were made by Samboy, who is one of our sandbox staff, who actually mostly works on Avatar projects now. But he's a really good asset designer all around, and made these 2 docks for Ape Harbor. Panda, do you know if I Am Nigul made the what was it, like a whale bear or something like that? It like eats gems. I can't remember what it's called, but I saw it in oh, what was the experience called? It was like the it was from Alpha Season 3, and it was like the door of something. And yeah, if you look real closely, you can tell that it's straight edges, or at least I can tell. Like there's a joint here and a joint here. Oh, yeah, even the reflections look really good on this because because the way they angled it all. I don't have the patience for this kind of asset work. Like it's not me. I appreciate the level of effort that goes into this kind of design work, but do not. I don't have the patience for it. It's just a little too tedious, and like just dealing with all the angles and stuff and then making it all symmetrical. It just, I would get very frustrated. Let me see if I can remember what the asset I'm thinking of is called. Yeah, the shaping is definitely time intensive. What about Bob? Wait, what? Why are we talking about What About Bob? I haven't seen that movie since I was like real little. Oh, because of therapy. That's I get it now. Let's see. Marketplace. I'm trying to get some music up here. Let's see. Da, 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 da. Client world, cached assets, music. Folder's empty. Why is it empty? Where's the music? We've been listening to it. Where's the where are the sound effects actually coming from if I don't see them in the folder? Like they've got to be cached, right? Mecha monkey motorbike. Oh, monobike. Oh, I remember this thing. I have one of them. Apparently. Doesn't it change into this being like a wheel it rolls on? So it's got the idle mech, idle bike. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's got the transformation and everything. It's crazy. Which you could all string together with the animated decoration behavior. So good. Um, so it wouldn't have been for Sandstorm. It's just the way that they texture with these lines reminds me of a particular asset that I hadn't seen somebody shade this way before. Spells of Genesis, Askian Door was the name of the experience that I'm thinking of. It was made by Navia. I think it was. Um, I mean, I could check. It's actually job. That's job number one that we did for testing in the council. It was made by Everdream Soft. Nabia designed it. At least I think it was this experience. It might have been a different one. I'm trying to see the asset collection that went with it. Oh, here, I got a link to their account. If it loads. So I don't know where the Sandbox music is now. I used to know what folder it was stored in when we would use it from the game maker, but I don't see it anymore. Hmm. Everdream Soft assets. Maybe not. Oh, that's their workspace. No, I want this one was definitely minted. Um, Here it is. The bear whale. So every single time I see this shading with these little lines and dots, I think of this asset, which there's no artist info on this one. But I'm just reminded of the way this shading looked, which I've always just thought looked cool. And I think at one point I knew who made it, or I found out, but I don't remember anymore. But it just looks really cool. All right. Let's get these boats laid out. We've been trying to do that for a while now. We've had good conversations. I really don't know how to arrange these. They're just there in the water. I mean, I guess we'll figure out something for it. I'm just kind of like thinking like, how do we want to put these there? They're just out in the water, so they don't really need anything in particular. So I always had a hard time remembering port and starboard, like which one was which side. And I found out the port side is the right side because that's the side that you pull up to the port on. That is way beyond cool. It is a very cool asset. I dig it a lot. So port is the side that goes up to the dock because that's the side that you go to the port on. And to me, like intuitively, like I've seen, even though I never really thought about it, I've been on boats and I've seen boats and movies and stuff, and it has always been the right side of the boat that's been up to the dock, and it just never occurred to me. It just intuitively feels right, and that means that this boat is on there wrong. We gotta fix that. Wait, did I get it backwards? Port is left in nautical terms? Did I flip it in my head? Did I just like explain it correctly but backwards? Port is the left side, so yep, I got it wrong. Um, Starboard is from the Old English starboard, meaning the side on which the ship is steered. Before ships had rudders on their center lines, and it was because more people were right-handed. They would have the steering rudder off the right side. And so, wait, so is it the port side that goes? I'm trying to think. I've been on old sailing vessels, and I'm trying to. Did I have it backwards on my head now? It's the same on airplanes. I don't know why I'm overthinking this. Airplanes also only board on the left side, so I totally flipped it in my head. I explained the logic behind it correctly, but I also had it backwards. This is what age does to you. All right. Remember everything I said except for which side is port and which side is starboard. We used to go to there's this place in Connecticut called Mystic Seaport. Mystic is kind of like it's like a not real town. It is a real town, sort of. It's it's where two towns meet, and like the two towns have agreed that this area is called Mystic, and like all the businesses in it call it Mystic, but it's kind of like a made up place, and it's popular with tourists, but also like local people go to a lot. There's nice little shops and a movie theater and a what's the word I'm looking for? An aquarium, other things there. But then they have this historical seaport where they actually have old boats that you can go and walk on and stuff. And it's really a cool place. So yeah, I've been on actual nuclear submarines, and I've been on boats, and I've been on airplanes, and I just forgot which side you get on the starboard has the R, so it's on the right. That's how you remember. Starboard is also more letters, just like right is more letters than left. I don't know. Maximum embarrassment. All right. I've heard the R in starboard for right before. Um, but I was thinking like, oh, port. Yeah, it's makes total sense. Like now that there's a logic behind it, it should be easier for me to remember. Except then I forgot which side of the boat I've actually climbed up. As I'm picturing it in my head, I feel like I got on the right side of the boat, which I guess maybe sometimes they don't follow that convention. But it's also the difficulty with having a really strong imagination is I can like deep fake my own memories. What was I thinking about this? Oh, I was thinking about this because I helped my wife install a new shower head. Uh, and it's adjustable, so it's got a little spinny ring on it. And of course, I like the high pressure wash one that like assaults your scalp with like power hose levels of pulsing water to just blast everything away. And my daughter's like the lowest setting, which is like getting gently misted on by a fairy whispering to water. And they said that they like it on setting 2, and there's no actual label on it that says 2. And I was asking, like, so which one is that? Is it the one where it just sprays water on the outer ring, which it is? And my wife said, you just have to, if you turn it all the way to the right, and then it's one click, so it's the second position. And I was, right? Like, are you turning it clockwise or counterclockwise? Like, what what do you mean to the right? And she was like, well, it locks into a position, so when you're looking at it, just turn it all the way to the right. It only has like this little range of movement, and I'd only adjusted it once, so I for some reason I thought it like spun all the way around, because I've seen that before too. And in my head I was realizing like I couldn't visualize which direction right was, because I was looking at the thing in all 3 dimensions at the same time. So I was thinking clockwise or counterclockwise while looking at the front of it, but I was also picturing it from the front and the back at the same time. So when she was saying right, I was like, well, both sides could be right. There's no like right or left if you're looking at it from above or from below. And it's one of the hose kinds, so you can take it off and you can hold it, so you can see it from above and below easily. So I realized I was picturing things with an extra dimension that she wasn't thinking of. She was just thinking left and right, and I'm like, well, is it on the x-axis or the y-axis or the z-axis? On a sailboat, you enter from the back or the stern. Uh, you mean like a little sailboat? I've never been on a little sailboat. I don't remember ever being on a little sailboat. I think my dad used to sail, and I might have been on a sailboat with him once, but I would have been really little. I'm talking about big whaling boats. Specifically, the Charles W. Morgan is the big boat that I'm thinking of. I think I've been on the Eagle too, which is the Coast Guard's boat. Oh, wait. Is that okay? Yeah, no, that is. I wonder, so this is the image of it that I have in my head. It is the dock is on the left side. I'm wondering if it's because you walk up to it and you're looking at the right side is why I remember it being on the right. But you do have to walk all the way around it and then go up the left. $50-$60 sailboats for 8 to 10 people. Isn't that a yacht? I don't know that much about sailing. Um, I just know that I've been on this big boat. It's pretty big. So I think So yeah, when you walk from the entrance of Mystic Seaport, you like walk up to this side of the boat, which I think is why I was thinking it was facing that way. But in my head, in my memory, the dock was on this side. But obviously, my memory was wrong. Um, but it's very easy for me to picture that photorealistically the other way around. So that's where like I can't trust my memory on stuff like that because I can easily visualize it the wrong way. And very convincingly. It's not like oh, maybe I'm wrong about that memory. My brain is like, no, you've seen it that way before. You've definitely seen it. And then you go and look at the picture and like, oh well, I guess my brain photoshopped it. It's like a blessing and a curse because I can picture things really vividly, but I also can't trust that I'm picturing them accurately. All right. I guess we'll just leave those boats there for now until we figure out what we're gonna do with them. There should be some sort of quest with these boats, or maybe there could be a parkour with the boats where you have to jump from boat to boat to get onto the rabbit ship. Maybe the rabbits are going to invade, and we have to prevent that. We have to get to the rabbit boat before they get to the island. Let's try this music again. See if it's working now. Hey, Nervex. Working hard? Maybe. Not as hard as I could be. We've had a very distracted stream full of fun and interesting conversations. Sometimes them about being distracted. So I think for the quest... I kind of want, I feel like Sea Dog Alex should be defending us from the pirates. I mean, like, we're also pirates, but maybe it's like it's a combination of it's two warring pirate factions. We've got Sea Dog Alex, and we've got the Rabbids as enemy factions of pirates. And so the yacht fleet is going out and will prevent the invasion of the Rabbids. Maybe, you know what? Can we map? Really? Is the music still not gonna work? Nope. Music is dead. No more music. Only talking now. So I'm thinking maybe we can mount a cannon on one of these things. Or maybe several of them. And that's how we get rid of the ship. But we'll focus on that later. For now, we need to reunite these ghosts. So Wizzy the Golden, I think, needs to be around here somewhere. think he'll be up here. You know what? I think we're a little past due for news of the week with PandaPops. So let's go ahead and do that before I totally forget. Panda actually got a new news of the week out to me today. So we're doing it early this time, and I want to make sure we don't miss it. So we're going to save here. We're going to do news of the week, and I'll be back in just a couple minutes.
Hello and welcome to the news of the week with me, PandaPops. Let's jump right into it. First off, we have the Jab We Met avatars, which you can mint right now. Navigate to the mint page, click mint your avatar. They are 50 sand each. Make sure to have your wallet unlocked. Make sure to have your sand in your wallet. Select the amount of avatars you wish to purchase, and then click buy. Next up, we have the solo leveling event. Make sure to go click and check that one out. Depending when you're seeing this news of the week, the theme has now been revealed. And then we have our avatar owner August rewards. This month is all about the ducks. Make sure to check out the events page that shows all the events currently happening right now. We also have a VoxEdit contest, Kevin DeRug. This is a scene-based contest, so within one asset you do need to create a little scene. So recreate Kevin going on an adventure somewhere in the world. Prize breakdowns, and you have until August 15th to get those submissions in. Part of the news of the week, this contest will have finished. Make sure to keep an eye over in Discord, creator announcements, as well as the @VoxEdit over on Twitter, where we announce all of our VoxEdit contests there too. Now for our mentions of the week. The first mention goes to Anna Joyce for the Bubble Blaster experience. They are running an event over the Builders Challenge as well. Multiple sand rewards for this event. Make sure to go check out Bubble Blaster. Next up, we have Pickaxe Master Misty Mountain. They're running numerous events. They have also partnered with other studios as well to run cool little initiatives for winning pickaxes. Make sure to have a good read of their About section that goes into detail about what they are doing. An amazingly detailed world that they have built here. Looks absolutely fantastic. Do go check it out. Our next experience is Retro Gaming Game Jam Ape Rage. Do go check this out. This is part of the Lion City Legends event as well. But really cool experience. As it says here, this was actually part of a game jam from quite a while ago now. Definitely do go take a look at it. It's a really, really cool experience. Moving on to some assets now. The Jamaican Cockroach by the John Crow. Absolutely amazing little creature right here. Numerous animations. I'm going to look at the technical specs. So parts of its size are as big as some of the avatars, which is absolutely terrifying. And its height is 1.4 meters high in the sandbox, which is almost one and a half terrain cubes tall. So this is big. This is a big boy. For 42 sand. Our next mention goes to an equipment piece. This is a headwear, Shinobi Noodle headgear. absolutely amazing. As you can see, it has little movements, little drips of ramen sauce, I'm guessing. We got the chopsticks on top. Feel like a little beat top of the on the bottom top of the hat bowl. Really cool, absolutely amazing. This was created by AU24K. Make sure to go check all of these artists and creators builders out. I'm also just going to scroll through the character section right now so you guys can have a little look at some of the characters that are currently up for sale, because there's so many amazing assets that definitely need to see a whole bunch. Absolutely beautiful assets. Right here, this weapon shop, 30 sand. Look at this. This is an official Sandbox asset, but oh my goodness, the detail. It's so pretty. This is just so pretty. That's only 30 sand as well. Amazing other assets right here. We've got a similar style to the other shop. We've got a library here. Just fantastic assets. Gothic chair. Oh, love these. Look at these crates. Look at these. Look at the detail. The texturing. There's a little bit of Z fighting there. That makes me a little bit sad. We'll work on that on a VoxEdit stream. How you can avoid that Z fighting, unless it's the desired choice that you're going for. This is really cool. This is a really cool asset by ChocoPunk. That is currently it for our news of the week. So now back to your regular scheduled content.
Hey, you didn't lose me. I'm back. Just had something to take care of real quick. Ta-da. What'd I miss in the chat? Last year, Trier asked about playing their game. Which one was that? Love of the Noodle Hat. Oh, from from News of the Week. Um, mm, mm, mm. Last year, Trier, was your game in the video? Getting more caffeine? No, no. Not this time. About the post. Which post? I'm scrolling back. I'm not seeing what you said before. If you just let me know the name, I'll add it to my list. Oh, was it the one Nightbot was talking about? All in Paris. Okay. Let me add that. There we go. All right, we'll add that to the list. Oh, it's already on my list. Interesting, because I was just looking for. When did I add this to my list? Because when we did the Saturday stream, I was looking for single player experiences, and I didn't see that many. Or is that one of the ones I added during that stream? See, I didn't see it. I'm wondering if I'm not getting all of the things I've added. Try removing it and adding it again. Okay, well now it's at the top of the list. Oh, Test Cricket was the one we added last game, or last stream. So we got a couple single player and a multiplayer. So I think these will probably be the 3 that I start with tomorrow. All right. So, what were we doing? What were we up to here? We had Wizzy the Golden. We were going to add a quest related to this. So let's go ahead and add a quest. This is going to be buried treasure. And actually, I don't want it to be the quest to just be finding the treasure, because I mean that's an aspect of it. Find what really matters. Friendship. Maybe the treasure is the friends we met along the way. Paper message. Okay. So we're gonna. Oh, missing text on message objective. Oh. Really? Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen this before. So the message to receive is gonna be friend. Okay. So we're going to do our normal thing where we have them be an animated decoration and their default animations, their idle, and then we go back to, or we go to talking whenever we interact with them. So animation is going to be talk. a really old one. Infinite loop, false. Play count, play condition. Play on receive message, play message. Interact. Message at start. Wizzy.1. And message at end. Wizzy.done. And interruptible is false. Add animation. Hey, Roman Punks. How's it going over there on Twitter? I'm going to do an idle animation. And infinite loop is true. Play on start. Nope, we're going to receive message. Wizzy done. And interruptible is true. So we can break this at any point to do an interaction. And then, actually, we're going to change this to wizzy.talk. And then that's going to trigger his tree of conversations. Okay, no health needed. And add component. Speaker. And we're not going to display any text, but we are going to turn to look at the target whenever we talk to him. Interact. Pretty good, just checking in. Nice to see you still streaming. Yeah. Yep. 4 times a week now, at least. I've been streaming a lot, but I enjoy it. I think streaming's part of my favorite stuff of what we do here. I like just hanging out with you guys and doing stuff. All right, we got an indicator. Hey, Biverson, how's it going? Indicator, display name. Is the golden. Display interaction, true. Talk. Linked quest ID is true treasures. Quest cursor is true. He's the quest giver. And the quest receiver. Streaming on multiple platforms at once? Yes. Yep. We always stream to Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter now. We didn't stream to YouTube and Twitter for a while. We were just using Twitch. But we got Restream back up and working. There were changes to the Twitch rules that made it a little tricky. But then they kind of pulled those back, so we're able to do this again. Memore's Game Jam theme announced. I don't think so. I haven't heard. It would be probably on the forum and Discord. Let's see, Sandbox Forum. Jam. I see a bunch of stuff for the Paris Jam. City Jam. I don't see anything about the meme jam yet. Yep, I don't believe so. All right, so we've got our animation loop going. So whenever we interact with them, it's going to send out a message that goes to the relevant part of the conversation we're on, and then we'll have a stack of donuts above his head, which will have each bit of the conversation. We'll just toggle them off as we do the conversations. Then we've got our speaker, which will just make him face us when we talk to him. And we've got our indicator, which will tell us that we have to go and talk to him. Anything else we need in there? Visibility distance, we don't need it that far, maybe like 20. Vertical offset, we'll leave that for now. Interactive VFX is true. All right, that should be good. Let's go ahead and save. I don't know if the glasses are actually helping or not. I really should just get my eyes checked again. It's been a while. I've barely worn these glasses since I got them. I pulled them out for the joke on Saturday or on Friday, and I've just been wearing them. It hasn't been bothering me as much as I thought it would. Initially, my problem is like if I look like across the room, or like way out in the distance, things are a little bit blurry with these on, which I'm farsighted, so that's not naturally the way things are for me. Like, basically, unless something is right against my nose, nothing is blurry for me. But this helps my eyes be more relaxed when stuff is in like a normal viewing distance, because naturally my eyes want to look out a little bit further than that, so they actually work harder to look at things up close than they need to. Which, when I'm tired, means I can get a little bit of split vision from an astigmatism. All right, so we've got the start of the quest going there. Let's go ahead and put in these initial conversation bits. Okay. It's going to be an asker. And Wizzy talk. And we need a toggle. Initial state is going to be true. And we're going to turn it off with Wizzy.1. All right, speaker. Hello, player. I'm in search of some great treasure hidden on this island. Can you help me? Alright, that's going to be the Wizzy1 message. No message for those. And that should all be set up correctly. So we're going to give that a little test to make sure that everything's working as expected. It's interesting that the chat is working on this right now when I tried to open the chat when I was testing the other day and it wasn't opening. And I don't know what I did differently to make the chat appear here. Because now I can do /respawn. Maybe, you know, I think I was testing a different version. Maybe that's why I didn't have the chat. So what I wanted to test some things, but it required like going back to the respawn a lot. So I actually set up a rule that would kill my player if I pressed the 1 key. So I would respawn back to the start of the game to test over and over again. Because I couldn't use /respawn in the chat because the chat wasn't pulling up. All right, I forgot how to get upstairs. Jump through a window. There we go. Okay, well, he's not got the indicator above his head. First, that is way too high. But also, he doesn't have the quest marker for some reason. So, objectives, true treasures, auto unlock. Yep, auto. Oh, because it automatically launched. That's why it didn't show up. So we want to launch the quest with Lizzie 1. My phone's buzzing. Why is my phone buzzing? All right. Nothing important. And let's move that indicator down. It's way too high. All right, that looks good. I think we'll actually start this with a second bit of conversation. So I'm going to duplicate it and stack it. Something like that. Biverson, PandaPops says that the announcement is tomorrow. So I will keep an eye out for that announcement, and we'll mention it on the Wednesday stream also. Z2. And we're gonna we don't need to toggle this one because it's only going to happen when we get that WYSI1 message. Where do I start? Okay. And we'll only turn this off when we get WYSI.3 in case something happens and we need to like restart the message loop again. This will only toggle off once the quest is fully started. And we're gonna duplicate again. And WYSI.3. Oops. Or WYSI.2. A message here. Yep. It's just gonna carry us on through the conversation. And WYSI.3 will be what we get out of that. All right. It is under the Pirate Pier. They're different names. Pirate Pier and Yacht Pier and Cantina. Something is buried under the Pirate Pier. I want to say, but tread carefully, but it's like treading water. I don't think, I feel like the joke is too subtle to be a joke. Are they spelled the same way? Yeah, they're both spelled with an A. Dang. I was hoping it would be like one was with just an E and one was with an EA, and maybe I could make like a spelling pun, but no. Nope. God, I can't remember last time I wrote the word treacherous. Did I spell that right? Oh, I did spell it right. Treacherous. You might consult the mermaids on how to. Does the mermaid have a name? I don't remember. I think it's just like a blue mermaid. Blue mermaid. Yeah. Do I have more mermaids? I need something to hold air. Balloons. Underwater balloons full of air. Wait, before I do that, isn't there a... I'm trying to remember. It just fills up your oxygen, right? That's a giant arrow. I don't want to use that. We'll just put that there. Collectible. Edit logic. I think it's like air, time, or oxygen, something. Oxygen. Yeah. So we do plus 30. Maybe she gives us like an enchanted seashell that just spits out oxygen. Let's see what I got here. I think I've got some sort of seashell thing. It could be a duck, an enchanted duck. Um, just a bubble blower blowing in your face. But I'm already using the bubble blower in another one. I think I only have one of them. Actually, I might have more than one bubble blower. I don't know. How many do I have? Modern luxury speedboat. I don't remember this one. It's big. I don't recall this. Huh. Master Crafter. I don't remember having this boat. Then again, I've collected a lot of stuff, so it's not a surprise if I forget a few things. Ooh, the pirate duck's a good one for this experience. I have to find a place to put that. What if we use the duck, the duck buoy? Not to wear, just to like hold in front of us. We just take sips of oxygen out of it. I really just want something that looks like a fire extinguisher. Water bottle. Here we go. Is it big enough? Mm, I kind of want something bigger though. Thank you, Julia. Looking dapper in my glasses. Yeah. I haven't really had any complaints with my eyes, like as far as them like feeling extra tired or anything, but I don't know. Maybe I'll have more energy by the end of the day. I really need to get my eyes checked again because I got these like 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, and I've barely worn them at all. So I don't even know if they're the right prescription anymore. It's not a major change in what I'm able to see. It's more just like my eyes being a little more relaxed, I think. I don't even know what my prescription is. It probably doesn't say it on it, does it? Not big enough for me to remember. It's very minor. The only reason that I have prescriptions instead of just off the shelf is that it's two different lenses, and these are bifocals. So the idea is like I look a little bit further out with this one, and then stuff that's really up close I look down. I'm not seeing anything that I really like for this. So the water bottle's okay, but it's so small though. Like compared to a person, I guess we could say it's an oxygen tank. I kind of like the idea of it being an enchanted item though. A little bit better though. You know what if? Hey, let's upload a new asset. We're gonna make a blue heart. So we've already got the pink heart and the gold heart. Let's make a blue one. -8 squinting. See, the numbers don't even mean anything to me. Like I don't. Uh I have the privilege of my eyes being decent, so I don't really think about it at all. When people say what their prescription is, I just go, "Oh, that's a number." Why can't I grab this VoxEdit window? It's not letting me move it. Let me move you. It's just, what is going on? Hello, VoxEdit. I need you to be in the middle of the screen, not off the edge. Find your glasses the other morning. They were right on the floor by the bedside table. So you pulled a Velma. That's what you're saying. Heart. All right. So we got our little pulsing heart, and we're gonna make it blue with let's say like maybe this one. Maybe a little darker. A little bit darker. Or, ooh, what about this? That's too dark. There we go. A little more saturated punch there. We're just trying out some different color options here. No. I think that's the way to go. Thank you, Julia. See you around. There we go. File, upload to workspace. Create new asset. Prop. Confirm type. Blue heart. I don't have a description on the other ones yet. Not in a rush to mint these. And we did have gameplay. Let's call them a consumable. See you later, Yumili Tux, aka Not Jackie Chan. Catch you later. All right. So now we should have a blue heart. Oh, it locked up, which means it's loading the new one. It should appear soon. Magic fingers. Oh, except it didn't. There it is. I had to navigate away and make it come back. All right. So the heart is going to be an enchanted item. What's some good lore? In Greek mythology, Poseidon's wife was Amphitrite. Amphitrite? Sure. Amphitrite. All right. And this is going to be pickable. Opacity on picked is full. Message on picked, message on dropped. Hmm. You know, as long as we keep it around us, it will still keep on giving us auction, whether it's up or down. So it's okay for it to just get carried around. So we're gonna add a VFX of bubbles. And I'm actually gonna grab the same settings from the mermaid. Distance max 4, density 0.1. We can lower that, I think. And okay. So we've got that going on. It's going to have a child. oxygen refill. And it's just going to be a message broadcaster, which is just going to send out the oxygen every once in a while. Edit logic. So broadcast range is going to be just within its little bubble. And a value. We'll start it at 10 and maybe we'll adjust. And we'll have it sent out every, say, 5 seconds. Okay. Let's see what that looks like. Let's go. Maybe. Hey, here we go. I just had to think about it extra hard. Where'd I put it? Oh, there it is. Well, it doesn't matter if we don't consume oxygen. Now, why am I not seeing... Do I not have health? Helps if we have health. So if we swim real fast, it's not quite enough. If we chill out, still not quite enough. I don't know, how do you feel about this being you know, it lets you hang out for longer, but not forever. But I think if we're going to go through the trouble of having a quest to get it, we might as well have it be good, what it does. If it goes out of the water, it should despawn, I think, or at least turn off the bubbles. Hey, that's, yeah, we could do that. Leaving the water could make it turn off the bubbles. So, but it won't work if we go through. You know, it can always make bubbles. It's an enchanted item. It's gonna make bubbles. Don't make it overcomplicated. I do kind of want it to have a glow, though. And then we'll have it do more oxygen less often. So I had that at 10 every 5 seconds. So if we do it at 30 every 10 seconds, it'll be a bit more. But then the message won't be flashing up as often. Oh, we want to change the offset too. So position offset -1 meter. And try that. Let's see if I can find it. Where'd I put it? Over here, right? Oh, that's not the direction I meant to go in. Why does the light look like it's below? Is it because of the placement offset? Oh. That's why the light is so low, because I moved the light position. I meant to move the pickable offset. That's cool how you can change all of them. I never really, like, I knew it was there, but I never really thought about it. Because usually I'm just like, put the light where the light is. But it's cool that you can move it to be offset of an object. so that way you don't actually have to use, like if you've got like a torch or something, you can position it on the torch instead of making a separate asset for it. All right, let's give that a try. I feel like that gives us a little bit more freedom to explore. I don't like that. All right. So we'll make it a little bit further forwards. And not as far down. Oh, can we have a sound effect? Bubbles. I like it. I like it. Maybe a little bit too intense. Hot tub bubbling. Yeah. No. Lava bubbles. Yeah, no, the first one's definitely the right one. Right call. 3D sound. It's gonna play on start. I'm gonna turn down the volume a little bit. Sound range is just gonna be within that bubble range. Is looping true? That light. Let's give it a little bit more of that blue. And we're going to increase the range and decrease the fall off. See, fall off almost sounds like backwards. I guess it's inverse. It's the fall off from the edge. So the less fall off. I don't know how they measure it. Rarity VFX is only a multiplayer. Interesting. I wonder why that is. Actually, I'm not sure what the point of rarity VFX is anymore, since we can have the rarities as a regular VFX. It's kind of redundant now. Ton of new sounds, but I don't know where they're actually playing from. Delete rarity VFX. I don't have the power to do that, but I have noticed that it does seem redundant now. I was hoping that I could get 2 VFX on the same thing. I mean, obviously I can just add more VFX. It is useful, why delete? Well, what my question is, what's the use of it anymore? Because you have those VFX in the other VFX options. And it's only multiplayer too, which seems, I don't know why it's multiplayer at all. So what, Biverson, I'm curious. Like, this isn't, I'm not being sarcastic or anything. Like, what's the use that you found for rarity VFX that the other VFX option doesn't give you? Like Roxy Miguel said, there, those same VFX appear in the other VFX option. No need to make adjustments. But that really, it just seems like a shortcut for the existing VFX, which is maybe helpful to have a shortcut, but it, I would rather have a shortcut that brings you to the more useful option, so that way you can start with the shortcut and then make changes that you want. Game Maker crashed on me, and I'm happy as it was making me angry. The evil is dead. All right. Let's see how this works now. I think we're actually going to start. We'll have the players spawn up. Maybe one of these piers or something. Actually, I guess the idea is that we came here in this little boat, right? This will be our way back out. Maybe maybe an NPC will be here. Like, you got here in that thing? Weirdo. Alright, I like that little glow better. Not as bright. I kind of feel like the bubbles need to be louder. Oh, you know, we were too far away to hear it. That's why. More intense so we can actually see it while we're swimming. And play sound. me air. What? It's only after I pick it up that it works? Go west. Ah, I missed the past 3 3/4 hours. It's alright. You're here for the best part. Us having a working little oxygen refill. Ah. Okay, well, it was working. Why isn't it filling us up? Ah. Ah. Okay. 60 streak. What? That's insane. What are you doing hanging out with us? Oh, ooh, we're boring. I'm tired. I could not get enough sleep last night. Oh. While at work, hey, none of that. Da, da, da. Maybe we'll increase the range of the message broadcast a little bit. Okay, we also want to add an indicator. I'm gonna try that again. What? No indicator? Oh, is it not displaying because it's behind the water? Is that really... Do I have to do it over? Yep. The water was in the way. Why is the offset so far on the interaction, though? It's way over there. I don't like that at all. Add messages unpicked. Well, that's the. I don't want it to be just a. Oh, let me drop, pick it up, drop, pick it up, drop, pick it up. It's item that you keep with you because you're gonna need to carry it over here. Carry it over here as you have a conversation with the ghosts. So I don't want you drowning while you're at like in a conversation. Basically, like you will have a little bit of a time limit because you will run out of air eventually. But the idea is that this will just, it'll give you more time. But if you get oxygen every single time you pick it up, it is a little bit useless. Treasure. All right. Well, I think that's good enough for now. We will need to make this a preset, give it to the mermaid to give to us as an optional suggestion for the quest. Like, you could swim this whole area without that, but it will make it so you can explore for longer. I might up the amount of health it gives you. But we're going to hit save here because we're coming up on the hour, and we're going to see who we can raid. Who's out there in Twitch land? Who's playing the sandbox right now? It doesn't look like anybody is live in the sandbox right now. Is anybody going live? I see Hoddle's online. We could raid Hoddle. Anybody else streaming the sandbox? Rate Meow. Panda's going live. I've never raided Panda before. JK. Aww. Oh. What a tease. Panda made me think there was going to be a fun stream. Oh, okay. No, don't hurt yourself. I'll raid Hoddle. It's fine. Hoddle's playing marbles right now. So maybe if you ask Hoddle really nicely, Hoddle will do some mage raids. Alright. Have fun with Hoddle. I'll see y'all tomorrow on the Wednesday stream where we'll be doing more mage raids. We've got 3 games lined up for tomorrow. And I'll see you then.